So welcome back to the boat tent and another 4-day mission. It just seems to be the way at the moment. My business is landscape. I'm working flat out to pay the bills, and of course as we come into May it's busiest time of the year for me, so not enough time in the boat tent. It's the 2nd of May, Friday. I've got 4 days to get this done. The job in hand is to transfer the geometry and cut the old dimensions onto the new bow assembly. You'll see that this is the main meat. This is 5 3/4 inch, and that's the starting block over here. The stem head itself skinnies down a fraction. You transfer that and it slopes in the bow line itself, and we need to rough out this rabbet. The tools I've got, obviously marking gauges, finding the center line and setting the lines back, tapes, square of course, and this beast of a vernier caliper. My dad gave me all his old engineering tools, and that's just a fabulous thing for transferring this data, taking this data and transferring it. So cheers, Dad. Now I don't know how long this video's taken for you, but for me it's been hours. But Anthony, I'm sure, will have been clever and clipped out all the boring bits of me doing stuff 10 times to double check, treble check everything if I make another expensive mistake. Just a quick recap of what we have though. This is the inner rabbet line that I have to cut down to. This is the bearding line, although I've pulled it in. And when you cut a rabbet, if you know the depth of the inner line and you know the position of the bearding line, you join the two, it gives you your bevels. I don't trust the information I have on those old timbers. I just don't trust it to be correct. So I'm going to leave a lot of meat on. And the other thing is, I'll be putting new planks onto new frames, so don't assume it's going to be quite the same. This will all get faired one day in situ. But I need to take the meat out of it to get it set up now. The little details, like this rabbet line here swings away from the edge because the angle of the bevel increases there, so that's all taken into account. There's one last detail I need to take, and that was the rabbet to rabbet dimension. As someone did suggest online, thank you, that a phrenologist's calipers would give me that. Actually my dad's ones allow me to take it right from here. It's about 70 mil, so when I do my sums the rabbet needs about 38 mil, which concurs with the original dimensions I measured on the bench quite a while ago now. I'm obviously going to cut that shallower, leave myself plenty of meat to play with, but I have to say I can't delay anymore. I can't procrastinate, and I'm just going to have to start cutting. I have to say there's something very satisfying about seeing the rabbet cutting through the scarf joint. all my geometry coming together. So these are the lines I've got to skinny down to. That's 8mm off the top here to get the correct dimension on the stem head, sloping down then to 20mm off here, and for the rest, most of the rest of the way on the stem and forefoot. For that, I'm going to set the skill saw to depth to grave some lines on, and then plane it to finish. So that's the first side, port side, roughed out and ready. Time to flip this over, do the other side. I'm just over halfway through my 4-day weekend to get this done. The other side should be quicker because all the thinking happened on this side. I'm very happy with the way it's coming out though. Things like the revealing the geometry and the lines of this scarf joint as I expose it. It's coming out great. To let you know what's happening. So despite being up to here with work and trying to get the stem cut out on this long weekend, when Matt said, should we go fishing? I just had to. So Mr. Manager, where are we going? Why are we going that way?
You welcome me to go fishing.
Yeah, let's go fishing. We caught some bream. I promised to feed the boatyard guys, but typical British bank holiday, it's nearly raining out there and the wind's howling, so it's not the place for that. I thought I'd entertain the guys in the boat tent so they don't quite know what they're walking into yet. Welcome to Simon's Bistro. Hello, Mrs. Dan.
Good morning. This is looking amazing.
This is your restaurant.
Restaurant bar. No.
It's quite a romantic place to have dinner, I think. You know.
Why don't you have a restaurant bar?
Well, I did once. So you know Matt, but he doesn't want to be on camera, so we're just going to give Matt the camera to be Mr. Cameraman. There you go, point it at things.
Thanks.
If you put, yeah, don't put it at me. But have we lost Rich?
He's gone to get you a Guinness.
He's gone to get me a Guinness. He's allowed to do that. That's very much allowed. It's just the chips I could get you. Sea brie, sauté potatoes, roasted tomatoes and salsa verde. Right. That's some down.
Wow. Thank you.
Oh, isn't it?
So, thank you very much. What about you though, Chef?
Yeah, we'll share.
Well, I'm going to come and join you in a second, but I'm just going to get a film of Matt actually enjoyed himself. Well done to
Cheers.
Well done to you.
well done to a good fishing skipper that finally got me to catch some fish. Cheers all.
Cheers.
I'll turn it off now.
Cheers.
How was your dinner, Mr. Dan?
Fantastic.
That was incredible.
Yeah, really good.
Cool. See? Someone liked it. Yeah?
Well, what do you call the, you know, the busts of women on the front
Oh, the
of...
figurehead.
Yeah, the figurehead bar.
Yeah? You got a model for it?
Bus
No! I think it looks...
So we have an idea, I've always had an idea to help raise funds for the boat, that we could do a pop-up restaurant, we could do something. I was a chef 28 years, we could handle that. And Mr. Manager, if I keep plying him with Guinness and food, might say yes to having some fundraiser or get together, come and meet the boat. The plan was for this to be outside, but it's ended up in here and it's just been named. Go on.
The Bow Bar.
There you go, the Bow Bar. So if anyone's interested in coming to meet the crew and meet the boat and meet the Bow Bar, drop me a line. So Bank Holiday Monday, 5th of May. I got as far yesterday as setting out this second side, planing it down to square and get the dimensions on, so it's all to do today to make my deadline and get it cut. Right, crack on. Well, there you go. That's the end of a 4-day weekend for me, and I got what I wanted to, which is getting both these rabbets and bow line cut in. You see, I'm just slathering with oil to protect from checking now. It's unseasonably warm this this spring. It's quite hot in the boat tent. And this is a job I'm doing all the time. The usual oil that's used for this is linseed, and linseed, I've got flagons of that stuff. But actually what I'm using on the stem particularly is tung oil, for the simple reason that linseed does blacken over time, and I've got a vision here, thinking years ahead. I lived on this boat for 20 years or thereabouts, and up in the forepeak, my bedroom, I often stared at the woodwork around me and wished I could see it. So I've got a vision, a plan, a hope that the timber that's exposed that I will always see will be glowing, just oil and beeswax. The main saloon was fitted in the 50s and it will go back in, and the galley will go, or a new galley will go in the start of the 50s. The saloon, the forepeak, I've always planned to build the way it would have been in the 30s. And I'd really just like to see the grain of the wood around me. So, tung oil. Anyway, that's my last job. It's now 9 o'clock in the evening. I'll go and do paperwork and get these films to Anthony for editing. But for me to say thank you once again for watching Keryl Reborn. See you next time. And hopefully these will be going in for good.